Okay, look, Cus D'Amato, you're a man of boxing. I would say you're scientific, you're creative, you're artistic. You brought up Floyd Patterson. I would say you're one of the greatest boxing teachers or trainers ever lived. Now, this Ali shuffle that I've perfected, many people say it's clowning, they say it's joke, it's not sincere. What would you have done, or what would you advise a good fighter to do when I do the shuffle? Now, you must remember, the second I do the shuffle, whatever you have planned, you're going to either forget it or you're going to look at my feet.
Well, that's what you say. I don't think I would do that.
Let me just demonstrate something. Let me show you.
Demonstrate with who?
You're a little too old to really fight. I'm just going to show you something.
You're going to take off your coat?
No, just take your coat off a minute.
I got to take mine off, too?
Take your coat off. I'm going to show you something. Now, number one, first of all, I said the shuffle is so fast, it confuses you. Now, what would you do when I did the shuffle? Most people forget what they're doing for a minute. It confuses them for a second. All I need is a fraction of a second. Or you either look down or you're confused. Now, what would you do if you was a fighter?
You did what?
I did all these shuffles.
Well, you just telling me.
Why are you getting on guard?
Well, listen, I think you're going to do the shuffle.
I done did it. You didn't see it?
That's right. So fast I couldn't see.
No, seriously, the shuffle is just, I'm bouncing. Don't hit me now.
Okay.
I'm not in shape. I'm a little out of shape. I'm jumping around. And for a minute, whatever, put your guard up. You're not going to be doing this in the ring. Is that your position?
That's right.
Well, that's your position. And we are boxing. And for a minute, I'm doing the shuffle. Oh, you're not as dumb as you look.
That's right. That's right.
That was pretty good. But let me show you something. You can go through the same move again.
Oh, now you know.
All right, well, what's your next move going to be?
Well, that I wouldn't tell you. I'm not fighting
Well, you don't have to tell me. Put your guard up. I'm getting ready to do the shuffle again.
No, now you're going to give me the consequence.
No, you done run out of moves. You know nothing else to do.
I know now you know what to do.
See, same thing.
Bing! That's what I would do next. Go ahead. What else?
Well, now, you knew what I was going to do, too.
No. Well, that's right, because I knew that I only left certain areas you could hit me.
What about in real combat? If this was a real fight and you were a young fella and you're about 7th, 8th round, you're hot, you're sweating, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're exhausted, and then I did the shuffle, you probably couldn't think that.
Oh, yes, I could, because I would be a disciplined fighter before I fought you. And any fighter that would have fight you would be disciplined enough to do what I asked him to do, otherwise he'd never fight you. Because unless the fighter that I had knows how to do what I want him to do, which I know is necessary to be done in order to beat you, I wouldn't let him fight you.
So just because he can get past the shuffle with a body punch or so, you think that'll beat you?
No, not that. But every fighter develops...
What about the people that I've already put the shuffle on and
well,
made it work?
let's not talk about these people.
What you mean now let's not talk
about
them?
Let's talk about the people or the fighter that I would handle if I were handling
Think
them.
of a heavyweight champion in history that you would have picked.
No, not them. No, I wouldn't.
Think of one of the past champions that you would have told how to beat me.
All I can say is anybody that I would work with that was disciplined enough, when I mean disciplined, be able to carry out what...
You mean crazy enough to get in the ring with me?
Well, put it that way if you like. Now, there are some fighters, most fighters develop a pattern. A pattern is a method by which they do something which they're not aware of themselves.
You must remember, that was a pattern you just used. First of all, when I did the shuffle, your move was here, which left you open here.
No, that's what you said. Here's what I did. No, wait, you're saying that.
I saw you.
I did this. I was not open there. I never do that. Never do that.
No, you must realize.
No, I do realize.
You're kind of short, and a younger fellow couldn't get to me as quick as you did.
Now, let me say this. I never do what the other fellow wants me to do. You see? I have to develop enough discipline.
A great enough fighter could make you do what he wants you to do.
Well, he could try. And that would be a contest.
In other words, if I'm ranked by many people as one of the fastest in history, and if you're telling me that shuffle wouldn't continually work on you, you're telling me that if you was fighting, you would be one of the greatest in all history too.
Not exactly. You see, everybody...
that's what you're saying. You're telling me that you would have been one of the greatest.
A man is only as good as his weakness.
We don't have to argue in front of the camera. Let's take a ride. Come on, you take a walk with me. Let's talk to Still a chance. Jack Dempsey? Whew, boy, they run you out of New York City talking like that about Jack Dempsey.
I only give the facts. I analyze the situation coldly and calmly and impersonally. The people involved had nothing to do with it. This is a matter, you're doing something and I do something else. Dempsey, while he was aggressive and determined and very, very persistent, he had one basic fault. In pressing his man, he would lean forward like this. And here's the way he would beat him up, like this.
You mean I could hit him that easy?
Well, no, you see, this is what I mean. You get out there and you throw the chair. Now, you could hit my head and score on me, but I can't score on you, no matter what I do. See? That's the way he fought. Let's hit forward like that. Now, in order for him to get to, he has to be able to get like this. Now you have to come closer. Bang, bang. As you move, ice. We both try to beat each other. Now I have a chance. The other way, he had no chance. His head was always there. You could tap him all night long with your eyes closed, do a couple of your fancy jigs.
Well, I'll have to watch
Look the other way, wait for a couple of friends.
I would say this, if Jack Dempsey thought like you was just saying, if he's that easy to hit, I would agree he wouldn't have stood a chance. But I have to look close at his films to see if this is
constantly presses forward like this.
And you're not looking nowhere. You're not looking nowhere.
That's exactly where he would look up, and when he looked up, his chin came up. When he looked up to see, his chin came up, and then you see what would happen.
So you're telling me now that Jack Dempsey, every once in a while he would look up, but ordinarily he would like this. You mean tell me?
Well, no, he would go like this.
But then,
like this. And he would bend a little bit, but he was always moving like this with his head forward.
Pretty good for old man.
Well, that's the way he moved. And for this reason, he becomes vulnerable to your style. It meant that you could hit him with the jab, and he couldn't reach you. You'd have to leap.
Well, we'll pause.
Like the type of punch he hit Gene Tunney with. He had to leap with a long left hook.
We don't want to waste too much time. We'll just take a look now and see what Jack Dempsey actually did. We'll watch the film because I really can't believe I beat him that easy.
Well, I don't know how easy you think you'd beat him, but I know that he would be very vulnerable to your style. It's a matter of style.
So in other words, if it was a decision fight, I would win it.
Without a question in my mind. Or Dempsey would lean forward, making him vulnerable to your jab when he couldn't hit.
Was Dempsey that? Hold it. Oh, I've got one thing to say. Now, Dempsey, I understand, was 6'2".
I wouldn't. Height doesn't have anything. You know, height has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but his reach was longer than yours.
The reach has nothing to do with it. It's a matter of timing. You know that.
Hold it now. Got
timing.
Spot.
Timing.
Spot. When I would jab at Dempsey like this, and how would you throw a punch now?
Well, how could anybody throw a punch? You couldn't throw.
Now, if Dempsey was holding it, see where you fall short. Well, Dempsey might, because he was 6'2".
He couldn't. Look, he couldn't, because he was too far away. Now, Marciano, on the other hand, would be aggressive, but somewhat different. He would not lean forward. He would lean to the side. Yeah. That means you have to come closer to him.
Right.
See? Now, you see? Now when you come closer, he can hit you if he ever tried to jab or to the side, or if he got too on room to take your punch and then hit there. And if he landed, he would follow up.
Yeah.
In other words, he would draw you closer by virtue of the fact he did not have that what I consider a bad fault of leaning forward. He leaned to the side, and he was constantly aggressive.
This is not me talking. This is you.
Yes, of course.
Say me and Rocky, he was at his best. I was at mine. What you said had been a knockout of decision.
Well, let me say this. I think it might be a knockout. It might be. But however, the fight itself would be...
Who knocked who out?
The fight itself would be determined in the last few rounds.
Who knocked who out?
I'd rather not say right now. I'd rather not say. In my opinion, the fight, the end result of that fight would be determined in the last few rounds.
Who knocked who out?
Well, if he got to your body and other parts of your body, often enough,
probably I got him. Is that it?
He would absorb that. He would absorb it.
Oh, he would absorb that.
In other words, he was professional enough to take what he had to take without affecting his determination, his aggressiveness.
He would absorb my punches, but I wouldn't absorb.
I don't know. We would have to find that out.
Let's take a walk.